because India was a very good market for them. What did they do? How did they acquire finance from India? First of all, they increased existing taxes. Later, they raised the custom duties, and they also introduced a new tax, that was income tax. See the amazing fact about income tax. Today, whatever income tax system we have in our country, in India, that income tax system was started in our country during World War One by the Britishers. Can you imagine? And we are following the same income tax system, income tax pattern right today. By means of these three tax system, they started raising more and more money from the Indians. Indian people were already in the crunch of finance. Indian people were already suffering through the losses. And moreover, from them so much money was being taken by the Britishers. They had become angry about it. The seeds of anger had been sown by this economic system. Later, villages were called upon to supply the soldiers. In World War One, England had to go through huge loss of life and property. The property loss they could manage by increasing taxes, but the life loss they had to manage. They wanted more and more soldiers to come on the battlefield and to fight from their side with the opponents. For this purpose, they called upon villages to fight for them. And then they started forced recruitment in rural areas. This forced recruitment was like they used to encroach the village, they used to pull out the young people, and then they used to stub them out and take them to battlefield. And when these rural people started watching this in front of their eyes, they could not resist that their people would die one day or someday, and that began to take place. These Indian people were ill trained. They were not disciplined. They could not fight. They had no war strategies. And when they started going on the battlefield, they started dying soon. And when these news started reaching towards the rural people that their close ones and dear ones and keen ones started dying, they again generated anti-British sentiments. There was a widespread anger everywhere in rural areas. The third reason was crops failed. Between the period 1913 to 1918, sorry, 1830, yeah right, between the period 1913 to 1918, there was failure of crops in almost all the parts of India, in many parts of India, which resulted into acute shortage of food grains, which doubled the prices of commodities. And the prices of commodities were out of the reach of the Indians. They were angry. They found the root cause, the sole cause for their miserable lives was only Britishers. The life had become full of hardships. The life was difficult for them to live. Moreover, the oil was added in the fire by means of epidemic. This epidemic, an influenza epidemic, it broke out everywhere in India, which killed near about 12 to 13 million people. Yeah, you heard it right. 12 to 13 million people of India had been perished in that influenza epidemic. 1 million means 10 lakh. 12 to 13, 1.2 and 1.3 crore people died in this epidemic. So people of India were in the worst conditions, and they had begun to believe that the root cause for their miserable lives, they were the Britishers, British policies, etc. They were living the lives of hardships and they wanted to get rid out of it. Why couldn't they do this? Because they were not together. Why couldn't they get rid out of this? Why couldn't they find the solution? Because they were separated and fragmented. Then they had a ray of hope. They had a ray of hope. After World War One, their situation may be set right, but it never took place. It never took place. And in this way, these people went in the abyss of poverty, in the valley of darkness. Their life was coming to an end due to the Britishers, due to our masters, due to the colonizers. Now see, I told you impact of World War One on India. The question may be asked, see if I am asked question. The question may be asked like, what were the implications of World War One on India? See, my question is, what were the implications of World War One on India? And see, for example, I have written actually 5 points, and these 5 points are answer to this point, answer to this question. So, what were the implications of World War One on India? See, then the first point is the World War One created new economic and political situation in India. The second, due to World War One, existing taxes had been increased, custom duties were raised, and new economic and new income tax was introduced. Then third point, in order to fulfill the need of soldiers, forced recruitment had started in rural areas. Next, between the period 1913 to 1918, the crops failed in almost all parts of India, which resulted into the acute shortage of food grains. And then last fifth point is influenza epidemic had broken out in India, which resulted into the death toll of millions of people, or 12 to 13 millions of people, they died in India. So this was a long question, and these are the 5 points. I want to tell you, dear children, when we go through, see, I told you the story of impact of World War One. What had happened when World War One was going on in Europe? How did India suffer out of it? I told you the story, what may have taken place, and you have to hear it in such a way that you have heard a story, and out of it then you have to remember such points. See, I have not written the complete answer, I have written some points, and all these points have to be remembered by you, and these points have to be converted by you into sentences, and that has become the answer. See, I taught you and the answer is ready. See, I taught you and my answer is prepared. This is 5 marks question. In this way, objectives at the same times will also be learned, because you're going in the depth, you're learning it quite in detail. So simultaneously objectives are also being understood by you. Anyways, the next point is role of Gandhiji. See, we reached that India was in worst condition. Somebody had to be hero. So Mahatma Gandhi emerged as a hero in our country. What did Mahatma Gandhi do in this situation? How did he tackle the situation? How did he bring people together? And how did he set the term nationalism? How did he provide platform to the people? How did he inculcate motivation in the depressed minds of people? Let us see. But before I tell you what Gandhiji did, I would like to tell you something about Mahatma Gandhi. Since he was the hero, since he is called as father of our nation, let us know something about Mahatma Gandhi. So dear children, I'll ask you questions on his life. I'm telling you about his biography. So dear children, Mahatma Gandhi was born in Porbandar, Gujarat on 2nd October 1869. He completed his early education in India and went to England to study law. He returned to India and started practicing law. Later, after some years, he went to South Africa. And it was there in South Africa that he witnessed the worst form of racial discrimination. Racial discrimination is the discrimination done on the basis of color. So it was in South Africa that he witnessed the worst form of racial discrimination. And when he observed that, he decided that he would fight for the sake of Indians, that he would fight for the rights of Indians in South Africa. And he started Satyagraha movement, which was the form of resistance based on truth and non-violence. Gandhiji brought people together there. All the Indian people in South Africa gave a reaction to the action of Mahatma Gandhi, and then they started following the principles of Mahatma Gandhi, principles of, in fact, Satyagraha, and Mahatma Gandhi became hero there. He made Britishers to bend down due to his Satyagraha principles, and Britishers finally surrendered and accepted the demands of Indians there. Mahatma Gandhi was very, very popular in South Africa. So in this way, by giving justice to the Indians there in South Africa, Mahatma Gandhi returned to India in the year 1915. See, Mahatma Gandhi was born in the year 1869. Mahatma Gandhi went to South Africa in the year 1893. Mahatma Gandhi returned to India in the year 1915. We'll tell you. Mahatma Gandhi returned to India in the year 1915. As he came back, he traveled across the country. He traveled in the various parts of India. And when he traveled India after coming back, he realized that India was also selling from the same sheep. What he saw there in South Africa, the same situation was seen there in India. He was